Hello and welcome to Alan Wright TV, Warning01.com, and the Wright Conspiracy. Several days ago I made a public safety announcement here on this website. I called it Warning at the top of the website, and I started a series. This will be the second, an update if you will, to the warning that I provided the public. Realizing, of course, that hardly anybody will ever see this website. But we're being asked to do what we can do to try to help through these troubled times. Well, there's not much an old 72-year-old white man can do with no money and very little respect, frankly. You don't have any understanding or awareness of my background, my knowledge, or my capabilities. I realize that. But I feel compelled to remind you, or to update you, or to try to help you understand that the lies continue, the deception continues. Yes, there are changes. Of course there are changes. There have to be changes as awareness creeps in on the American public. You're getting a lot of good information, a lot of very good information from the scientists and public health officials, and even a few governors like Mr. Cuomo, the other one, Andrew Cuomo in New York. However, you're getting some stuff that just isn't true still. The president and the 60 million followers that he has are still unaware. The president has come on TV lately and talked about how things are changing. However, if you watch him carefully, he reads that part. He is still out of his mind. The president is a pathological, compulsive liar. The president still has an agenda that is not yours. You can believe the president is sincere when he walks out in front of the camera and he says to 60 million people that voted for him, I'm a fraud, I'm a con artist, I won the election by lying to you, I don't represent you, and I intend to be a fascist dictator. If he says that, then you'll know he's sincere. Right now, Stephen Miller and his daughter, not Stephen Miller's daughter, but Trump's daughter, and the Kushers in general, and a few other people like that, are telling him what to say. And he's not doing it because he believes it or he's willing to. You've got a real problem here, folks, and until he gets in front of that camera and says, don't believe what I say, believe what these doctors are telling you, and believe that you need to stay out of public places like churches on Sundays in mass crowds, etc., etc., and they're not doing it now. I've been out looking. They're not doing it. They're all Trumpers, almost all of them. They're religious fanatics. There are people that have been taught all their lives to have faith and hope instead of rationality. People who didn't do well in school, some who did, but they pretty much forgot what they learned. They believe in just whatever seems to cross their minds, and those are the people they care to look at on TV and in church. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about us. Again, you're not even going to believe an old white man. I can understand that. But it's old white men and old white women in the working class that are going to take the heat in all this. The elite are going to take care of themselves. The 60 million Trumpers, well, you're going to become zombified if you're not already soon. Because they're not giving you the full story because they don't want you to panic. And I don't want you to panic either. I'd like you to be smarter. I'd like you to listen to the people that are telling you what you need to do. But you're not. I can see it. I live in the Southwest, Tucson, Arizona. I watch a lot of different TV and do a lot of things online that most people don't do. And I understand the problem better than most. Don't pretend to be a doctor. But I know a lot of doctors, a few in the family. You better be concerned, folks. It's not like you think it is. And this curve they're trying to flatten, if you've been listening to the news, isn't going to happen. It'll come somewhat less, the impact on the hospitals and the staff and the supplies. It'll be less than it would be if you don't do these things, but they're not doing nearly enough. And that's because we live in a pretend democracy. They can't shed that pretension. And if they do, they're going to play right into Trump's hands, because he still doesn't plan to have a national election. Now, it didn't hit him till recently, till he was forced to call a national emergency, literally forced. He didn't want to. And he's blaming it on China and everybody else right now. He doesn't take any responsibility for anything unless it's the stock market going up, which it isn't. And he doesn't take any responsibility for it coming down. It's all a lie. But lots and lots of people believe it. And lots of people right now are doing a very, very big mistake in an effort to try to keep calm, in an effort to stop fractionated bipartisanship in the country, and to bring everybody together in blissful harmony like they do in church. Let's all hug and let's all bless each other and all those kinds of crap, which are insincere. The human race continues, but now it is, let's do this and forget that Trump's a liar. Let's forget all the things he did and could have done to help things out. Let's forget all the elite people that made tens and hundreds of millions of dollars over the last 10, 20 years, sending everything to China, getting rid of our jobs and our manufacturing capacity, cutting our medical abilities, cutting our medical health care, cutting our federal government that can respond. All these things. It's too much to go into that you don't want to hear about anyway. But they're going to say, oh, let's all just be friends and make up and forget the past. Well, it isn't that way, because they're going to be responsible. They are going to be responsible for killing lots of people. Lots and lots of people. And it's through ignorance. Ignorance, I want to differentiate this. It's very important. A lot of people say, you call me ignorant, I'm not ignorant. Well, what they think I'm saying is saying they're stupid. I don't really mean they're stupid. They might be, but I'm not saying that. I'm not even technically saying they're dumb. I'm saying they're ignorant. Ignorance is simply the refusal to pay attention. It's a choice, a decision. It may be a dumb choice, but they have the capacity, the brain power, the ability to make good decisions. It's just they aren't making them. They're not showing good judgment. They're not educated. They're not learning the things they need to learn. They don't think they're relevant in a society like ours, where you're judged by how you look and how much money you have and what sex you are and what race you are, where you live on the side of the hill. Well, it's coming to bear, folks. It's coming to bear. A lot of people are in trouble, and it's mostly older people, and you millennials need to pay attention to what they're saying. All of you out there that tend to support Bernie, you're right. You should be. Don't support Biden because he's just another, let's keep things the way they are. They're working fine for the top 10% or 2% or 1%, however you want to call it. They're just not working very well for everybody else. You folks are in debt. The whole country's in debt. You don't have any cash. You don't have any ability to survive not getting a paycheck for several months. It's a serious situation, and everybody's not paying any attention to it. Our leaders are responsible. The elite, who do know better, are responsible. The problem is it's working out very well for them. Now, there's a price to pay, and it's coming. And I'm not talking religiously about the end of days. I'm talking about a very serious, real problem where people die, get very, very sick, where it affects all families, where everyone, except those elite, the ones right on the top of the little chicken shit right on top of the pyramid, those people are going to be fine. No, the virus doesn't choose between them, but they know better and they protect themselves in ways that you really can't, not easily. Anyway, it's going to be a short video. Just wanted to warn you. The president is going to cancel the election in November. It's going to happen, folks. He's going to say he's postponing it. He's going to try to say that in the interest of the country, we all need to stay focused on this national epidemic right now and pandemic, and that right now we need to keep things in place and maintain stability, and he is the right man for the job. He is not, and you better be very, very worried about that. And you better make yourselves heard. The man needs to be out of that office soon. Well, he should already be out of it, but the same people that voted for him and the people they voted for in Congress and other rich leaders are the reason he's still there. We're not as smart as we think we are, folks, and you need to start paying attention to facts, rationality, thinking with reasonable thinking, not wishful thinking. Well, this is my second warning. It's going to get worse, people. Don't let them kid you. I don't say you should panic again, but you better be very, very concerned, because it's much worse than they're telling you. They don't want you to panic. You better pay attention. Good luck. I wish you all the best. Believe it or not, I don't particularly enjoy these warnings. I wanted to do a different kind of website altogether. But I'm interested in justice, and I'm interested in rationality, and I would like to see everything turn out well, but nobody cares about my advice. I've been giving it for some time, and it's been being ignored. So good luck to you. Good luck to your families. Ellen Wright, Tucson, Arizona, signing out. Adios. Good luck.